So I think the first thing is that the faces in the room, whether it's a virtual room or a physical room, will most definitely have to change. I think if we are looking at purpose-driven and customer-driven organizations, we need to create more customer voice in the strategy process. And I think that's the first thing. I think the second thing is that, like, I think strategy can probably become a much more explorative space. So when people do strategic processes, they often are not ready to think when they come to the strategy session. They are ready to present what they believe. So I think the strategy processes that allow more surprising participants in, strategy processes that are really messy. You know, I think when all of us in strategy tools work with executive teams, as they walk in, they kind of a little bit disappointed at what the room looks like, because there's papers all over the place, and you know, it's whether it's a virtual or an actual room, it doesn't look like a proper board meeting where people have suits and files in front of them and they come and sit and do their presentations. So that messiness, which talks to being able to be comfortable with not knowing, is going to be important. And I think in the last instance, I think strategy where you are able to be surprised. I think as organizations, as people go up the organizational hierarchy, they get less and less surprised, and they should be more and more surprised because they are further and further away from the action. So I do think that the strategy process is going to look very different. I think we're going to have different faces, different ages. I think we're going to need far more diversity in strategy processes. You know, whenever I see the president of America with his group of people around him, and he's only surrounded by white middle-aged men, and there's not a single woman, not a single person of color, not a single young person around him, then I wonder what kind of strategy can come out of that process. So I guess in a very practical way, what does it look like when you're in a room together for your strategy process? What does it look like? Does it look like a meeting of the Undertaker Society, or does it actually look vibrant and messy, and do people come out of there with things that they didn't think of before they went in, or do they just go into that process to in some way defend what they thought beforehand already?